So it's still winter time. The sun is out. Hey. Um. Oh, let me turn that down. um. Yeah. I'm basically doing a do-over. The other videos I may or may not share, but I might share this one first because I was kind of like thinking, feeling wise a little bit, and yeah, I don't know. It's pretty much some of the same information, maybe some stuff I forgot or something. But I'm gonna try to make it quick as possible. It's so cold. It's sunny, but it's cold. It's like really like bothering me. I like the sun. But anyway, yeah, from 2012 to 2017 I was with my ex-husband. I hate that word for me with that person thinking about it. But you know, thinking I was doing some black, I mean, I always been about black love or whatever. Some folks actually kind of sort of hooked me up with him or introduced me to him at the very end of 2011, and he was a good guy, we thought, you know. I was already doing like community work and black community organizing in my community in this area, you know. It's nationwide of a black community, but I'm from Oakland, California, and he wasn't even from Oakland. I'm gonna use his name as Edward, his middle name. He wasn't from Oakland. He was from some other city. He wasn't from Frisco. He was from, everybody was like, what, Frisco? You may as well say you're from Frisco. He's like, no. It's like a whole 20, 30 minutes away from Frisco. Like the Castro Valley of that side of the bay. Like Castro Valley is the East Bay, 20 minutes away from Oakland. And that's like hood still. Damn, I hope it ain't no nosy ass weirdos pulling up. Let me stop talking shit. But so yeah, so we just thought that was a little bit odd. But not only that, other than that, he seemed to be cool. We thought he was the perfect guy. Hold on. You know, he was like doing the community stuff, and people trusted him with their kids and money and their life and stuff like that. I don't like this camera. Whatever. But the sun like changes my mood. I need the sun. I'm a sun person. That's my friend. I don't know about like this wintry climate. I mean, I know the nature has to happen, but when the sun, I'll be feeling better. What am I trying to say? I just like weather and nature, air, period. But yeah, so he was cool or whatever. We thought we was all in love and stuff. He didn't really like officially like live with me like that. But so we ended up having like this spiritual, kind of like a big wedding in 2000. It was like an African style wedding in 2013, and it was cool. The wedding was cool, I guess. I mean, I want to say everything for a surprise later. So everything was cool, you know, really perfect to me. Not the wedding necessarily, but the relationship. He would give me his last and stuff like that. Like say he had like any type of money, 25 or 45, whatever. He would give me like, you know, he would basically only keep like 20% while he give me like 80% stuff. All this little too perfect type stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like damn near too good to be true. And that's what I was telling him, like, you're so good to be true. I would tell him occasionally or whatever, and he just kind of like was like feeling good, like blushy or whatever. You know, black people can't really, you can't see the blush, but you can, but you can't, but you can. So in 2000, so we went through a lot of ups and downs with different things, not just necessarily with our own relationship. In 2000, and we were trying to get on the up and up with our lives too. Like things were starting to like get up and up, like we were building, like for real. That's what I'm thinking. But all of a sudden, he come back to me one day, after he was with some weird folks that he knew, that people was like, who are they? Why are you hanging with them people? Them people is like lowlifes or something. Like, what are you doing, bruh? And so he was like, he came back and he was like trembling and wouldn't be still, and started talking crazy, talking about somebody's about to get him. And I was like, what the hell wrong with you? Like, what's going on? And then the skeletons started popping out the closet. And he said that he had did some meth. Because I remember he did say, he whispered, like, brushed off when they saying he did some meth when he was like a teenager. So I was like, oh, you tried it when you was a teenager. Okay, now we're, 30. And so, but no, he was like, and then he started talking crazy, and then he wouldn't go to sleep. And then the next day, he started getting real crazy. And then he started, and I'm just like, you're on meth, bro? Like, I couldn't even get over that. Like, I never understood no meth. I never done drugs myself ever, other than some herbs of weed on and off since high school. I'm not really too big on it nowadays because it's not the same. And social drinking occasionally. I don't understand all that other craziness, like unnatural BS. Like, I know the OGs and some people have done cocaine, and most of them people recovered, but meth is a whole nother, like, creation of a beast. And I just like, wow, motherfuckers better not ever disrespect me and act like I've been off meth. That's another thing why I'm prompting this video. Not because people thought I was ever on drugs. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't while I was with that fool, right? But also because of what I'm going to say later, they said that I wanted that situation, or that I liked that situation. Like, no, we would be fighting if you come at me with that again, or anybody, because something wrong with you with your thinking. But anyway, so he just started, so I'm speeding up. He started getting violent. He started, so like immediately, like the next day, like he started telling me he was in love with his ex-girlfriend, who was Asian, by the way. Oh, the black love is out the window. Okay. And then he started making me feel ugly. And then he was like, you're not my friend or my wife. That was my love of my life, or whatever. Then he like started getting invited. He threw me on like this starting of an altar we had. And it broke. I had to put it back together. Like it didn't break, but everything like scattered, and some things broke. So I was like, oh, like I felt the bad spirit just like taking over, but it wasn't nowhere but him. So, that happened. He just kept on being violent, and he also started being like a weird predatory type of person, like right before my eyes. And I'm trying to, like, as I try to stop him from like jumping and like trying to like hop in people's cars or do crazy stuff around other people, he fights me off, and I'm trying to help him save face and stuff. So I thought, well, I just kind of like stood back and let people start threatening him. And well, he already was getting threatened because it was happening so often, but I just stood back and let people start threatening him, and just was like, I don't say nothing no more. At first I was like, excuse him, he's having a bad day, because I didn't understand. This was only like the first week though. After that I was like, fuck that. And then after that first week, I even was ready to just dump and leave his ass. And people actually talked me into like, that's your husband, be there for him, and this and that. He's just having a rough time right now, and this and that. It was like some ladies and probably a couple of dudes saying that. Like, everybody else was kind of like, you do what you feel is best. But at least one or two dudes and 2 women, maybe 3 women, was like, just be there for him. Oh, help him out if you need any help. I'm here, stuff like that or whatever, until I really let them know, hey, you know, this is detrimental. I don't know how to get out of this. Like, I don't want it. And it's just too many different emotions going on. Motherfuckers don't understand that shit. So I just, you know, but I ended up, and then like with the restraining order, like I was trying to get a restraining order like 2 or 3 times, and I started it, and he thought that I got the whole restraining order, and he didn't give a fuck. And then when I was trying to finish it, it was like they wanted me to get killed. Like they know who kills people of craziness in Oakland, because it's been an epidemic of men killing women out here. It's been some women killing some men too on some crazy shit too, but it's more higher of women getting killed out here for some years, especially with these new drugs coming out. And it's the drugs, but it's also a demon that they already have, because it's other people that do them drugs that don't bother us. So they just tweak and like run the block 80,000 times or chirp at the birds, but probably run in front of cars or some shit. I don't know. But they yeah, some people are just vicious, and they already had it in them, and it explode like a volcano as soon as they get on the shit that they want to get on, unfortunately. And now you acting like worse than a cave beast. That created the problem. Anyway, so yeah, so that's what I was dealing with. Like, he destroyed hella stuff in my life, not just material things, but like opportunities. A lot of my friends scattered away. Like, I don't talk to a lot of these people anymore, because every time I tried to reach out, they just ignored or was unavailable. Like, I know that's a heavy thing to really like be like that with, but trust me, I didn't see this coming. I didn't know it was going to be like that. Like, I don't do drama like that. Like, I don't do that. Like, I like peace and happiness. And it didn't make me, it could have made me bitter, but I don't want to be bitter. Like, myself, I may not ever have the exact black love that, you know, we all would love or whatever, or dream of, but I do root for the youth and the key, because it's a preservation of our people, and it's a good representation, and it's a comfort, and it's a true piece of the foundation. So, you know, I'm not bitter, and I'm not a feminist, like in the term of like the white mentality feminist. I'm not one of them people. I'm not a male basher, but I damn sure finna expose this motherfucker. And I don't do bad black news like that, because there's enough of that going on, but I'm gonna expose this motherfucker because, yeah, it needs to be. His middle name is Edward. His first name starts with the C. His last name starts with the E. Fuck that bitch ass nigga. Like, you know, just like wanted to be on some meth, wanted to turn into a monster and a weird predator person, beating me up for months and almost 2 years. I spent the last year trying to get away from him, tripping about his ex-girlfriend like clockwork. Like, he would wake me up out of my sleep, choking, telling me, go get her. You know her. I know you know her. Like, I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I don't know that hoe, nigga. I don't know that girl. And I was being all, like, compassionate, like, the first week of the shit. But then I was like, fuck that girl. Like, I can't do it. Like, no, just be there for him. Be there for him. This dude is tripping. He's, like, starting to destroy my life. I don't even understand the extremity of this shit. But then I seen it, and I researched it, and I see it for his behavior. Hell no. No, I don't deal with that chaos. That was a mess. That was like not regular. Well, I don't say regular. There's no such thing as regular domestic violence, but that was not domestic violence where you get hit and you just devastated and y'all break up, but you just know that person is not a good relationship, but they a good person, but not a good relationship. No, this was the person who was trying to kill me for months. The only breaks I had was when he got picked up, and they kept letting him back out. And then he also went to mental institutions, and they let him back out too. That was the only breaks I was getting. I had little flickers of hope, like maybe twice, of like hoping he would be back to the quote unquote perfect person he was, and the too good to be true. It was too good to be true. He was too perfect. Everything was just too on point. For 3 years though, it was a few red flags. Some people was whispering about it. They didn't tell me till after the fact, but it was just more about like pills or something, you know, like medicine from the doctors. But and then other little, yeah, pretty much about that. Other than that, he was just too good to be true. Like, of course he had his little assholeness sometimes, but it wasn't no major assholeness like me. I'm probably more of an asshole than he was, because I don't believe in acting too nice, but I'm still a good person. I'm just honest. But I could be an asshole sometimes. Like when I wake up, I don't like being bothered. But I'm not a crazy motherfucker out to get motherfuckers and destroy a motherfucking life and delusional and shit like that. Like, no, because I don't put drugs in my body. And when I do my social drinking, I'm mostly laughing or giggling or something, or just sleepy. But yeah, I had to deal with that for too many. I was crying for like 500 days out of them 2 years. I broke it off in 2007, in the middle of 2017. I did meet somebody who had helped me laugh and like get the tense. Like, I couldn't look at people. I felt like Tina Ike Turner. It was worse than Ike Turner. I don't want to say it was worse, because she had it pretty bad, but it was off the Richter scale of a situation like a war zone. So I was very traumatized. I still have trauma thoughts and feelings from it. I'm like sensitive. Like, it's fucked up. On top of like any other crazy curse type stuff happening to me. But I don't do pity parties. I'll be trying to stay away from pity party shit of a situation in my life, but it just seemed like, damn, like bam, 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 left and right of things. And I just be like, damn, like, I can't catch a break for the Loma Prieta earthquake. Like, but I am. I'm going to get these curses over with. Yeah, the situation, like, made me feel bad. Like, dang, like, you know, my son was, like, slightly affected by it, because he was, like, he wanted to fight dude and stuff like that, or whatever, because he's, like, an older teenager now. But, yeah, that was only, like, a couple of years ago. So, yeah, so that shit just was a mess. But we'll be all right. Yeah, I would never deal with that again. Like, coming back, talking about, I just have to do no good now. Like, the fuck you talking like that, like a fucking tweaker and shit. Like, I could laugh about it a little bit now, but hell no, no way. Peace, everybody. I know this is kind of long. Some friends did help me overcome that. Some old friends, props to you. And a couple of new friends, props to y'all. Love y'all. And somebody that I was seeing like months after I broke up with my ex helped me laugh again and stuff like that. I don't really know what's gonna happen with that right now, almost 2 years later of meeting him, but he's not a bad person at all. But yeah, other than that, yeah, just beware. Don't say dumb stuff to people when they've been through some domestic violence, because you don't know what kind they've been through. You don't know what war zone they felt like they've been through. You know, this was bizarre. This was like I said, the only reason why it was different than other domestic, it was a couple of reasons. It's because I didn't see it coming at all. It was like a smooth 3 years that was just too good to be true compared to average relationships out here in Oakland, in the Bay or whatever, in Black. That was too good to be true. Then once he snapped, every fucked up thing he did, like being predatory, like trying to attack women, jump through their doors at hotel rooms and stuff like that, and cars and stuff, women and children, and harass kids and stuff. and try to fight me to stop him, and fight me about his ex-girlfriend that I never even saw, that he was delusional about, talking about she was everywhere. Anyway, everything that he did like that, he never had true remorse about it, and he always said he felt like he had to do it. What type of shit is that? You think you had to do it? You felt like it was something you had to do. That's what he would say. The whole 2 years, whenever he was like doing this stuff, even when he seemed like he was sober, he would still say that. So he had them devils just jumping him. Because I believe in Malcolm X theory of the devil, and he chose to be with that type of mentality. So fuck him or whatever. Yeah. So that was really fucked up. That wasn't no regular, like no domestic violence where a motherfucker is cool, not cool, but like they at least like somebody sent me one. I had one domestic violence before that when I was like 21, and I broke up with him like 2 years. We was together for 2 years. I broke up with him. He sent me some money, and he was very, very remorseful. No, I never went back to him, but I'm just saying, like, he knew he was wrong. Like, within the time period, not no years later, nothing like that. This dude did some empty apologies and still had the same mentality of when he was doing that to me. So, never. Then he if he keep being like that and they let him back out, somebody he gonna hurt some. He already hurt some people. They're not from our community though, but he already hurt some people. That's probably why he in jail right now. But he gonna hurt some people that don't deserve to be hurt, like some kids and some women. He gonna really, like, he's brutal. I'm telling you, he's like a brutal, like one of them people. I can see him being like a brutal, like, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not a male basher or nothing, but I already seen what he's capable of doing multiple times, and he will really hurt a woman or a young lady or somebody, an old lady, whatever, because he had no age discrimination, and it was crazy. His own family members was scared to sleep around him, and they tougher than him. He went out of town for a little while to act like he was gonna get better, and it sounded like he did. And then they was revealing to me that that they couldn't even sleep around him while he was like messed off in the mind. So whatever, I'm done with it, talking about it now, because I'm going overtime. I don't know if people's attention span is this long, but this is the story that I've been holding back to tell for a minute now. I'm gonna write a book about it to fill in way more details. Story time probably on YouTube or something, but I'm gonna post this, I think. All right, peace and blessing.